Sailor Simon and the Silly Talking Seagull. Written and read by Emily Kiddy. For Alfred and Elsie. This is Sailor Simon. Sailor Simon lives on a sailing boat called Sunbird of Roo in Grande in southern Spain. Simon shares his sailing boat with the Silly Talking Seagull. Hola, said Sailor Simon. This means hello in Spanish. ¿Cómo estás? Said the silly seagull. This means how are you in Spanish. Sailor Simon dreams of sailing the 7 seas, but usually his voyages are much more local. Yesterday he sailed from his mooring all the way to the K-Bar, where he had sardines and sangria. In the afternoons, Simon takes a siesta on the deck of his sailing boat and dreams of his adventures at sea. Simon woke up just in time for sunset and decided to plan a new adventure. He went down into his gully, got out a chart and a compass and looked for somewhere to sail. A drop of wine splashed out of Simon's glass and landed on an island called Majorca. "It's a sign," said Simon. "We will sail to Majorca." The next day, Sailor Simon prepared Sunbird of Roo for her maiden voyage. He scrubbed the decks, hoisted the sails, and slipped the lines. Off they went into the sunset. They sailed all night and all day, bopping up and down over the waves and inhaling the beautiful fresh sea air. Night drew in again. They were halfway through their journey to Majorca. As it got dark, the navigation lights had to be switched on so that other boats could see them. Red for port on the left and green for starboard on the right. The silly seagull perched at the front of the boat on the lookout for other ships. Suddenly, Simon spotted a bright light on the horizon. "Ship!" shouted Simon. The silly seagull fell off the perch in the excitement. "That's not a ship!" cried the silly seagull. "It's a plane!" she squawked. The next day they arrived in the island of Majorca. Simon moored the boat and stepped out onto dry land. He took a quick look around and announced they would leave. He never liked staying anywhere for long. "What? Leaving already?" The journey was going smoothly until suddenly the wind changed and the waves started to get bigger. The boat wobbled and bounced over the waves. Simon got a bit scared. The storm crashed for a whole day. The sky was so dark and the waves so high that they didn't know where they were going. Luckily, Simon always had a spare empty bottle on his boat, so he decided to write a message and pop it in the bottle, like sailors do. He placed the note in the bottle and launched it overboard. He hoped one day someone would find it and come and rescue him and the silly seagull. Meanwhile, Alfred and Elsie were having a lovely day making sandcastles on the beach. Suddenly Elsie spotted a bottle washed up on the shore. Alfred opened it and read the message inside. The message read, "Please help, I have run out of wine and don't know where I am." Alfred and Elsie started to giggle as they pulled Sailor Simon in on his big pink lilo. "Silly Grandad," giggled Alfred. "Quite funny," laughed Elsie. Grandad had fallen asleep on his lilo and had another dream about a sailing adventure. It had all just been a very bad dream. Grandad thanked Alfred and Elsie for their help, and they all went back to his boat for a snack. Grandad decided that he should drive them back to England in his big blue monster truck. They drove all night and all day before eventually arriving in Calais, France, where they had to board a big ferry to get home. "Bonjour," said the captain as they boarded the boat. This meant hello in French. They stood at the front of the boat and looked out for the shores of England. "This is my kind of sailing," said Grandad as he sipped on a refreshing drink. Soon, Alfred and Elsie were back home with Mummy and Daddy and Tilly and told them all about their adventures. Grandad stopped for a very quick cup of coffee, then was on his way. He didn't like to stay anywhere for long. Grandad announced he was driving back to Spain, but this time in his racing car. They all waved him off goodbye.